Hi, this is Sean from Time and Talk. Today I thought I'd make a video about the future of my collection and what I'm going to buy next. I've been thinking about this because I happened to buy more watches in summer, and I've been toying with what to add next to my collection, and this particular watch was never really on my radar, but I was in an AD and I just happened to see one of these models in the window, so I thought I'd try it on, and I really liked it. So the watch I'm talking about is the Tudor Black Bay, particularly the steel and gold and the GMT. So I tried both of those on, and I thought I'd have a bit of a discussion about the Tudor, what I thought of it, how it fitted me, what it looked like on my wrist with me having a really small wrist as well. And then you can tell me what you think about the Tudor Black Bay and if you like it, and give me some advice really on whether you think it's a good buy. So if you look down at my notes, I'm not being rude, so bear that in mind. Okay, so a little bit of history of the Tudor Black Bay first. So this is directly from Tudor's website. It says, draws its inspiration from the most iconic submariners in Tudor's history. So that's straight out of the horse's mouth, and the idea is that the Black Bay is almost like a vintage inspired watch, but it's inspired by the historical models in Tudor's lineup, particularly the Submariner. The Tudor Submariner was first introduced in 1954, and it had no crown guards and the big crown, a little bit like the Black Bay today has, and as distinct from today's Submariner, which doesn't have those things. Then in the 1970s, they introduced a sub with a snowflaked hand, which is again one of the most characteristic parts of the Black Bay, and very, very collectible. Those 70s snowflakes, they were issued to the military and things like that. I think one of the reasons why people like the Black Bay is because it's very, very personalizable. So there's tons and tons, too many, some would say, of different iterations of the Black Bay. So there's the steel and gold, the GMT, the ETA version, the in-house version. It comes in different materials. There's a Black Bay Chrono, a Black Bay 36 and 41 without the dive bezel. So there's lots and lots, and you know, there's one that's going to meet your needs and meet your taste, and there are different sizes as well. As we know, the Black Bay 58 was introduced last year, and then there's the bronze, which is 43. So again, it is quite easy to personalize it to your own needs. So some specs of the Black Bay. It's 41 millimeters, which is a pretty standard size in modern watches. It's maybe too big for some, or some would say it's too big for some, but I didn't find that. It's 22 millimeters lug width. It's 14.8 millimeters thick, which is really thick actually, and I was most worried by that dimension because I thought, is this going to look ridiculous? You know, is it going to stick out of my arm like a sore thumb, if you like? So just by reference, this is my Explorer. My Explorer is about 12.5 millimeters thick. It's a lot thinner than the Black Bay, and even the SKX, which is quite a big watch by most standards, is 13.4 millimeters thick. So the Black Bay is thick at 14.8. It's got an aluminium bezel, not a ceramic bezel like a lot of modern dive watches. It's got 200 meters water resistant, and it has in-house movement made by Tudor, which I think is a little bit strange in a way. Why would Tudor make an in-house movement when their whole point is to be kind of an entry-level Rolex, or part of the Rolex family that's more accessible, more affordable? And surely then the cost might end up going up if they manufacture movements. Then where would that leave Tudor in terms of competing with Rolex? But anyway, that's another video, I guess. So Tudor Black Bays weren't really on my radar, but as I said, I tried one on, I tried a couple on yesterday. What did I think of them? So I'll put some pictures up here. I tried the steel and gold on the bracelet, and the Black Bay GMT on a NATO strap. I wasn't too sure about the steel and gold I've been thinking about it a little bit more since I tried it on, but at the time I didn't really like it. I'm not sure why, I can't really put it into words. And I tried the Black Bay on. Again, I'll put pictures up here, and I really did like that. £2,610 retail price, and it was just in an AD. I was just walking past. The guy in the AD said it has a 12-month waiting list. Why there was one in the window, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense what he's saying. But the value on this watch is really amazing. You know, you get an in-house movement, you get a GMT function, you get a date, and you get the prestige of the Tudor brand for £2,610. Admittedly, that is expensive for a watch, but if you think of the Explorer that I've just shown you, 5,000, time only watch, is there any watch really around that price range that competes with it? I don't know, you tell me in the comments if you think there are any watches that compete with that price and the features that you get with that watch. On the wrist, I have a 6¼ inch wrist. I was worried that 14.8mm thickness would be too thick. It didn't raise an issue, to be honest. It didn't seem to be a problem. I do have really small wrists. I'll illustrate. This is my Explorer to fit my wrist. I don't know if you can see that, but I basically have girl's wrist. So your wrist is probably smaller than mine, larger than mine. So if it fits me, it will probably be able to fit most people. And I really did like it. I think my wife would have divorced me if I would have bought it on the spot, but I was very tempted. And I think now perhaps the Black Bay is something that I'm going to add to my collection next, because I didn't really think about it, to be honest. I was all about, you know, the next Rolex or whatever, and I was getting into Grand Seiko, but now it's turned my head a little bit, the Tudor, to be honest. So tell me what you think about the Black Bay. Do you own one? Have you got any tips or any advice on buying one? What do you think of them? Do you like them? Do you not? If you like my channel, please subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.